we asked one of the greatest rappers in the world if he'd agreed to come on the show tonight.
Diddy?
Yes, that's the one! Let's start the show! What a show we've got for you tonight. Hollywood star Vince Vaughn is on the show. Yes. Top comic Sarah Millican is here. And international rapping superstar Diddy, ladies and gentlemen, is on the show. Oh. Diddy really is the ultimate superstar rapper, isn't he? The bling, the cars, the girls. I mean, look at the present he got his son for his 16th birthday. Look at that. Mind you, I thought he was supposed to be good at rapping. I mean, he just put a ribbon around it. I mean, the poor child, it's obvious it's a car, isn't it? Diddy, though, very cool. Very cool. I mean, look at him there. Look at the mean expression, the shades, the jacket. I bet he's probably got one of those ferocious status symbol dogs, you know. Oh. Oh. I think that's one of his bitches. I am delighted to welcome Sarah Millican for the first time on the show. Now, you'd think Sarah from Newcastle wouldn't have much in common with Diddy from Miami, but in fact, both places very similar. Miami has boats. Newcastle has boats. In Miami, they drink wine outdoors. In Newcastle, they drink wine outdoors. Miami has topless sunbathers with big boobs. Newcastle has topless sunbathers with big boobs. So looking forward to meeting Vince Vaughn, star of so many great films. Jurassic Park, Lost World, Dodgeball, Swingers, and of course, The Breakup. Yeah. Oh, hilarious story about a couple that broke up, but neither of them would move out. I think it was based on this couple. Katie and Alex. Oh, Katie's struggling, but she is managing to hide her pain. That's about all she's hiding. But at least Alex has maintained his dignity throughout. I'll say, I don't know anyone who's coming out of this laughing. Let's get the guests on! He puts the Vince into Invincible as Hollywood superstar, Vince Vaughn! Yes! Nice to see you. Sit yourself down, Vince Vaughn! Come on, Hollywood star! Hey there, Geordie girl, is my favorite comedian, Sarah Millican! Beautiful! Look at you, hello, darling. Sit yourself down, Sarah, Vince, Sarah. And I couldn't be more wrapped. It's the international king of cool, Diddy! Hello, sir. How you doing? Very nice to see you. Hell of a cool couch. I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased. Very welcome, Vince. Hello, how are you?
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
No, I'd love to see you. And lovely to see you, Sarah.
Thank you very much, Flower.
And now, it's your own fault.
Yes, it is.
What do I call you? Is it just Diddy now? Just.
You should call me Diddy.
Just Diddy.
Yes.
Right. What is it? Boredom? What is?
Yeah, a little bit of boredom. A little bit of boredom.
Are we finished now? Is this it? Can we relax? You are just Diddy now.
I'm not sure.
Can I ask you a question? Do you have to change your bank cards every time?
I mean, some of them.
Some of them, but not all of them. Not like your Boots and Bandage card. That
No, because Steven Spielberg, he said your name, Vince Vaughn, sounded like a 30s movie star or something, but that is your real name, isn't it?
Well, that is my real name. But my mom named everyone with a V name. So it was me and my sisters Victoria and Valerie. That was cool. But when the dog started getting V names like Vero and Vladimir, not so cool. She was a little crazy with the V stuff. She would look through the dictionary and find that, like, Vanadis, that was the name of a Chihuahua. It's a complicated situation. There's no end to V names.
No, but you haven't done that to your own baby, have you?
No, I did not.
No.
My wife picked the name, so, but it was a great name, so I'm happy.
It's Lachlan?
Lachlan, that's right.
Lachlan. It is a lovely name.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It is a nice name.
I think I might change my name to
Oh, no! Later in the show, I'm really excited. You are putting on a big, totally live performance for us with Diddy Dirty Money, with a new track.
Yeah, we have a new song out called Coming Home. It's number 3 or 4 on iTunes right now, yeah.
It's a great track. It really is a brilliant track.
Great track, and we're going to perform it live here.
Woohoo! Woo! And Save yourself, Diddy.
No, that was my warm-up.
Oh, okay. Now, you're launching the album here.
Yes.
Now, are you
Last Train to Paris is the name of the album.
And are you going to have a big launch party?
Of course. Why, of course?
Of course you are. Because in New York, you had a big launch party.
We have a party for everything.
You do, don't you? You love a party.
Yes, we have a party for Tuesday.
But the
we have a
launch
party for Friday.
I'm getting it. The launch party in New York, didn't the fire brigade have to come? And not in a good way. Like, wasn't it an actual fire?
No, I mean, they usually come. It's part of the festivities.
No, but didn't somebody catch on fire?
Oh, at the last party.
Yes.
Yeah.
How would you forget something like that?
He has a lot of parties. We've established that.
Yeah, a lot of things happen at these parties. But, yeah, in the bathtub, in the bathroom at the party, in the bathtub, in the jacuzzi with the strippers, one of the strippers' hair got caught on fire. Because of the candles.
Thank God she was in a jacuzzi.
Never fun when the strippers catch on fire.
You know it's gone wrong. Can anyone smell a stripper burning? And you guys, you've worked together. You made Made.
Yeah. That's right.
So have you been to a Diddy do?
You know, the thing with Diddy is that he really celebrates, and he brings people from all different backgrounds, and it really is a celebration, you know. When me and Favreau were in New York and we were filming, that was, you know, being in Diddy's town. So it was wonderful for us to get a chance to be with him and go to these places and be included in that. He's got a very, very generous side to him, for sure.
That was very nice, man.
True, though, you know that.
Like,
Love you, boy.
all backgrounds, like, say, a girl from, like, Newcastle, for example.
Especially girls from Newcastle.
Have you been to Newcastle? You probably don't remember this, but I did meet you briefly once before at a party, not one of yours. It was at the Beckhams had a working thing. I was doing the auction. When I say I was at it, I wasn't really at it. I was working it. You very kindly donated, I think was it a night out with you?
Yes.
In New York?
Yes.
And it was 2 footballers. It was Wayne Rooney.
Wayne, yes.
And was it Rio Ferdinand? Or
yes.
Was it the 2 of them?
Yes.
I always wondered, did they ever go? Did it ever happen?
No, their wives wouldn't allow them to come. I'm serious.
I did wonder at the time.
I don't know why.
Funny that. And actually, and I do worry because I read that on your that you want to get Prince William and Prince Harry to a Diddy party.
I don't think not anymore. I mean, before, you know.
Don't ruin our royal wedding for us.
I know. Trust me, they're off the list. Now they're off the list. But, you know, before, when they were young bucks growing up, and they were getting in a lot of trouble themselves, so, hey, I was like, why don't you come hang out with me?
No, but you have met them. I've got pictures of there you are. And, and look at William doing his cool handshake.
Yeah.
So can I just say, you forced people to do that because I was laughing at him, and then when you came on, I found myself doing it too.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. It's good.
And it feels very nice.
It feels nice.
Wrong, but very nice. I love look at Harry here. You're like, gosh, you look like a fly. And is it true you've never met the Queen?
No, I've never met the Queen.
But you'd like to meet the Queen?
Yeah, I'd like to meet her. She doesn't have to hang out with me, but I could just go for some... I could just go over for some tea or something, and we could kick it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have to say, I love, because not many people... Now, this is a reason to meet the Queen, because you'll have something to chat about. Because you have a butler. Isn't that... Don't you have a butler?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust me, not many people do.
No, but I had got it from watching, like, you know, movies about London. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I heard that y'all have butlers over here, so I said, I need to get one.
And now, because Britain isn't that hot, our butlers rarely do this. How long did he have to do that for?
Till the sun went down. I'm just having fun with you. To be honest, a lot of the stuff that sometimes we do, or even celebrities do, sometimes they're having fun with the paparazzi. And that was, he kind of got locked into that character, though. And, you know, I do like being in the shade, so I didn't really mind that much. So.
Yeah. But I didn't find it that funny by the end of the day. Joke's over. Now, Diddy.
Okay.
Are you ever going to settle down?
Yeah, I would love to.
Do you think you will?
Yeah.
Back off, Bangle Lady. See, that's the problem right there. I'm ever going to settle down. Yeah, with me!
Yeah, I would. There you go.
She just did like a little horse noise, like how you call a horse over. Oh, I'm not gonna... No, I feel like I should stop talking to you.
So you do aspire to find the one great love?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, hopefully one day I will get married, and if I get married, I want to stay married.
And what a wedding that will be. Can you imagine? That would be a good one. Because Vince now, because how long have you been married now?
Just over a year.
And as we say, Lachlan, your new little baby. Yes. Now, I heard that you were looking forward to being a parent, but only in the kind of when they were like 2 or 3 and could actually talk to you.
Yes.
So how's the first month been?
You know, you feel very grateful that everyone's, you know, okay, but there is an intimidation. I didn't want to hurt the little girl. I didn't know what I was doing when it came to changing the diaper. It's a learning curve. So I said to my wife, I promise I'll be much more helpful when she can communicate and we can talk and kind of play and do stuff. Because they're crying and you know there's one of 3 things that they need. I can't provide one of them. I'm not going to breastfeed anybody. But it's intimidating at first. There's, you know, there's a learning curve that you go through.
Is it a bit boring as well?
Not so far,
really?
because there's so much happening and you're not sleeping that much that you don't have really time to be bored.
That's why I'm not going to bother. No.
Do you have any kids?
No, I can't do that sort of thing. I'm too selfish. I really want a cat, but I shouldn't really have one because I get a bit... Do you get squeezy with your daughter? Like...
Not cat squeezy, but I want to squeeze.
Yeah, like,
but
I love her
have
so
to hold
much.
it back.
Like that.
Exactly,
Yeah, it's not good.
But I tell you,
No.
once you have a kid, and maybe just in having one, I think you feel differently. That being said, there's no guarantees.
No,
So,
it might be a horrible one.
Yeah, it might be a horrible one. But you can always leave it on, like, someone's doorstep with a note that says, I'm not that into this, but maybe you will be.
Swap it for a cat or something. You can do that probably on websites. I don't know.
Because you're divorced, aren't you?
Yes.
I know.
Bit exciting.
It is quite... It almost seems quite glamorous that you're divorced.
Really?
Yes.
It wasn't. There was a lot of crying and eating tribal with me hands.
Not so glamorous.
No, it was a long time ago, but I worked, well, it was like 6 years ago, I worked my way through it, because I didn't want to end up being the kind of person that hates men, you know, because I just, you know, wasn't that fond of the one. Hadn't met the rest. But what I did on my phone, which is a good tip should you ever get divorced, I hope it doesn't happen for you, I really do. But you never know. In your
you don't also want to be the woman who has like 20 cats either. There's two roads to avoid, I'm saying, when a divorce is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's many things to avoid.
Yes.
Like 18 would be okay, though. 18's fine. Just get to
But
19
being the
and
cat
then
lady,
just get a dog.
that's not a win for anybody.
But I did this thing to help me get through it. On my mobile phone, I changed my ex-husband's name to the Arse. Because then, whenever he sent a text or rang me, it said, the arse is calling. And it just made me smile rather than cry. Good tip. Probably
Nice,
get some...
nice to know that you're letting things go.
Go.
That's good.
Now, Diddy, when you were a kid, I mean, sometimes you lived in quite rough areas and things, but you didn't fall into kind of any of the traps. Like, you did try to sell drugs for, was it a day?
Yeah, a day.
A day?
Yeah.
So that didn't go well?
Yeah, I would always, whenever I would try to go in the wrong direction, my father was killed when I was 3 years old, and I think he was my guardian angel, and I think that he would just make extremely bad things happen to me. You know, so the first day I tried to sell drugs, I got chased by like 2 helicopters, 3 police cars. And I'm not even exaggerating, like a dog, you know, and I just found myself running all day for my life. And we got chased up. It was a crew of us. We got chased up into an apartment building, and the police had surrounded the apartment building. And as they were coming up to search for us, we were on the top floor. They didn't know where we were at. A couple had started a fight that had came out into the hallway. And so they went and stopped the fight and found drugs in that apartment, and they never made it up to us. And so it was just like a blessing for me. I had immediately ran out the apartment and never looked back. And it was just like a sign for me that isn't what I was supposed to be doing.
And I don't mean to be rude, Sarah, but where
You're going to be.
Well, it sounds like where you live's quite rough.
Well, yeah, I live in Manchester.
No, come on. It's a particular bit of Manchester.
I don't live in all of Manchester.
I'm not saying Manchester's rough. It is rough.
But I live in a nice flat, but you've kind of got to walk through what I call Prostitute Alley. But they don't normally bother me. I'm not really what they're looking for. But there was one time I was walking home and it was broad daylight, and a woman walked past me who was quite clearly a prostitute. Sorry, I don't know why I'm looking at you. Sorry. And you know what they look like. And she gave me a look like, get off my patch, like that kind of look. And I was really excited because I thought, you know, that was quite a compliment because she thinks I could sell this. I was flattered.
Now, meanwhile, Diddy. Obviously, you guys did the movie Made together, and you want to do a lot more comedy, don't you?
Oh yeah. I mean, I fell in love with comedy. He taught me a lot of what almost everything I know about improvisation. I went and we was on the first time I did a comedy, and I went to the set of Made, and I was like, Mr. Vaughn, sir, can we go over our lines? He was like, give me that. And he ripped up the script. He's like, we don't need that here. And I was like, well, how am I going to know what to do? He was like, follow me, kid.
Are you doing stand-up as well as films?
No, not yet. I haven't doing stand-up yet.
Yeah, it's hard to start with. You'll have to sleep on a lot of sofas and that, it's a lot of fun. Just don't get paid for ages, and you'll just do to small audiences. And, if you've got some friends that you could sleep on their sofas, you'll be something. Yeah.
So, and vice versa, if Sarah wanted to get into rapping or anything, what are the basics? What are the basic bits of advice?
I think she has to speak from her heart. She has to speak and write songs that are true to her. So I mean, I think something like her writing, a song about her ex-husband, or traveling home through Prostitute's Alley or something like that.
I'm glad you've been paying attention to my life. I like it.
That could be the name of the album. Prostitute Alley.
Yeah. That is a good name for an album.
Sounds like a classic to me.
Do you want to have a little go at rapping, Sarah?
Oh,
I'll tell you what I've got. I've got a bit of Bad Boy for Life. Do you want to try a little bit of Bad Boy for Life? You don't have to. I'm not going to hit you with a stick.
Bring it on. Let's have a go.
Do you want to have a go? Okay. There you go. There's a microphone.
Oh, get into the microphone.
And there's the... well, I don't know. You start, if you start the music and then you just... Hit her when it's time to go. Go.
Hold on.
And the definition of half man, half drugs. Ask the clerks, bad boy, that's what's up. After bucks, first cruise after us. No games, we ain't laughing much.
Great job. When we first started the conversation, I thought Prostitute Alley was a dream. Now I know it's a reality. We're going to do this thing.
We're just getting into it now.
The album's later. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, you can work on that. Diddy can produce it. It'll be marvellous.
Yes. Thank you for having me on. A whole new career. Prostitute Alley could be real.
Prostitute Alley is real.
You live on it. Now, Vince, we've got to turn to you because, congratulations, new movie, The Dilemma, opens tonight. And I'm sure we can hear the tills of cinemas ka-chinging as we speak. How would you describe it? It's like a kind of rom-com buddy movie. Is that right?
Well, you know, Ron Howard was exciting to work with because he makes...
Well, how posh is that?
He makes such different kinds of movies, whether it's Apollo 13 or Beautiful Mind. He always does a quality film. And so the fun thing with The Dilemma is there's a lot of comedy in it, but there's a lot of suspense and drama. A lot of times, you know, when a movie comes out, studios feel like it has to be all comedy or all drama. And the fun thing with this movie, which audiences have really liked, is that it's kind of a roller coaster ride. There's stuff that makes you laugh, and then there's some very suspenseful stuff and some more dramatic stuff in it as well.
I have to say, it's a great date movie. Like I've ever been on a date, but I imagine it would be a great date movie because loads to talk about afterwards.
You know, it's funny when the conversation comes up because in the movie, Kevin James, who's fabulous, plays my best friend, and we have a small business together. And we've kind of been struggling, and now we get this big opportunity where we have a meeting, and Kevin's sort of the one with the pressure that needs to deliver. And it's at that point that I find out that his wife is running on him. And so when Brian Grazer, the producer of the movie, first came to me, I said, well, that's not really a dilemma. That's your best friend. You got to just go and say your wife's running. And he said, well, what if his daughter's wedding was the next day? Would you wait until after the wedding, or would you tell him before the wedding? And so the dilemma in the film is he has about 3 or 4 days until this meeting where he has to deliver, which is sort of life-changing for us. So my character is wanting to tell him, but says, well, maybe I'm better to sort of wait after this thing, and he'll be able to receive it easier. And then from that decision, a bunch of different things start to go down. As you know, comedy ensues at that point.
Yes. Because it's fair to say, yes, it does spiral out of control. Here's a scene, it's later on in the movie, when you're confronting the guy who's having the affair with Kevin James's wife, Winona Ryder.
Yeah, Channing Tatum.
Oh, yes, I knew him. And you see a lot of his butt, if you're interested. There you go. I
am.
There we go. So here you are with Channing Tatum in the movie.
To me, I can really appreciate the fact that things got completely nuts the other night. And I can also appreciate that a lot of your property, I appreciate the fact that a lot of your property got damaged as well.
You killed my fish. You killed my fish, man. Why would you do that?
And maybe you should be compensated for that. You should be compensated for that. I can't put a price on that because that's a friend. Although you can't pet it. But what would the fish do? The fish doesn't want this, man. I think what the fish is saying is, maybe I should get my camera back, and maybe, just maybe, and I'm just hoping against hope here, maybe we can put this whole thing behind us.
$10,000 and an apology.
So if I apologize to you when you have a gun pointed at my throat, then I don't think it really counts.
That's a good point.
I'm sorry.
Now, in the movie, it spirals out of control. Because I would always say never tell. I think no one's going to thank you for that news,
Kill the messenger or something to be afraid of.
Yeah, you know.
But if it's your closest friend, I feel like you don't want him being in the dark.
Wouldn't you feel guilty?
Yeah.
Would you? You clearly have no guilt.
Well, no. I'd feel a bit bad, but I'd feel worse if I told them, I feel. Yeah.
I just like the way you said a bit bad, like not that bad.
I was like, Diddy, in your crazy life, would this even be a dilemma? Would it even show up as a dilemma?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Oh, good. Yeah. All right. Well, so can you imagine what you might do?
I'm telling. I mean, that hurts. So, you know, be honest, it hurts men like a little bit more than it hurts women, because we softer. We're not as strong. We're not as strong as women.
Losing the crowd. Losing the crowd.
I'm just saying, women are, you know what I'm saying? Women are strong. Men, boy, you know, when they get hit with that, yeah, they just disintegrate.
On another woman's shoulder.
She got you there.
Yes, she does.
She got you there.
Yeah.
Would you? Or,
That's true.
No, you wouldn't be in the. Well, you would be in the dilemma if it was you.
I would tell.
Would you?
Yeah, I think I would.
What kind of friend are you?
Exactly. I'm
a considerate friend. I want them to be happy for as long as possible. Oh, and then I'll be there when they find out. When some heartless person tells them.
And then you'll be as shocked as they are. Right?
Yeah. No.
Oh, you can act, though. You see, I can't act. It would be all over my face. I just have to come clean anyway. And I would probably take a little bit of pleasure in it, given the fact that I'm divorced.
Now, meanwhile, back in Chicago, you filmed The Dilemma in Chicago,
yes.
which was it like coming home for you?
Well, you know, I try to film as many things there as I can, because it is home for me, and it's nice to be able to go home at night. And so when I suggested Tehran as a location, he was excited about it, so it worked out. So that was nice.
And now your mom, she's a sort of local celebrity.
My mom is, she teaches kind of aerobics and kind of a hybrid of stuff. She runs her own business, and my mom is 70 years old. She can outrun me. She can outstretch, lift.
Now, tell us that again, and let's look at the picture again.
Wow.
Yeah.
She is 70 years
she's almost
old.
70, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. That is incredible.
I unfortunately have not followed the routine.
Because now, you run the New York Marathon.
Yes.
But is it true you didn't train for it?
Yeah, I didn't train for it.
Did it take you like a fortnight to do it?
Yeah. It took me a couple of hours, but I almost died. I wouldn't advise not training.
Because are you doing aerobics now, Sarah?
I'm trying. I bought a DVD. I wanted to get a DVD to just... Because I'm all over the place, you know, travelling. I thought then I could watch it wherever I am to try and get a bit
Yes, fitness is important.
But then I bought one, because I didn't want one that's, like, buffing your abs. You know, I wanted one that was, like, a fat girl has a go, that sort of thing. So I got one, and at the beginning, the celebrity, when she's talking to her fitness trainer, they're almost laughing when they say, tell them how much you used to weigh. And she goes, I was nearly 10 stone. And I realised that I'm actually aiming for her start weight. No.
Is it one of these that goes for like 90 days or something like that? It's a...
No, I think I have to do it till I die.
Okay.
That might only be a month
anyway. And listen, very quickly, I've got to say, you're on tour, and you're in the middle of it now?
Yes, I'm halfway through, yes.
Excellent. And just people should check the press and they'll find out where you are.
Yes.
Okay, so the ex-husband, you did talk about him now, and then you talked about being single, but now it's all about your kind of hot sex life.
It's not all about
Not at all, but you do
some...
mention your hot sex life.
Yes. I don't know if I've ever described it as hot, maybe if I was having a flushing. But yes, I do talk. I just talk about things that are happening in my life on stage generally. But yeah, I do talk about
You're quite
sex.
adventurous sometimes, I think, you and Gary.
Well, I think you've got to try and sort of experiment a little bit, haven't you, Diddy? You know, it's all about that. And
keep it fresh.
Exactly. Thank you. We're on the same wavelength here. We had a shower.
I love the boys just nodding. Keep it fresh.
We had a shower together, thinking that would, you know, be a bit... I don't know if that's me sexy move. I don't know what that was. But it turned into just sort of cleaning, you know. Just sort of being sponged down. And then he said, which I thought he was going to say something really sexy, and he said, arms up. pensioners, you know. But it's good to be clean when you're old.
No question. But you're not old. You're not even close to old. I won't have you talk that way.
Yeah.
I'm older than you think.
But you do date nights as well, don't you?
Yes, we try doing date nights to sort of, you know, get things, you know, moving. And we tried one. We went out for a lovely curry, had a lovely curry, got in, put a DVD on, champion. But then halfway through the film, got a little bit sort of, you know, a little bit smoochy. Things started to get a little bit hot. And we'd obviously forgotten that we'd had a curry a couple hours before that. Nevertheless, he went downstairs. I mean, you know, downstairs, yeah. I don't mean if I like a glass of water.
I like it. Was this pre-shower, during shower, after shower?
After shower. I'm not a pervert. And...
But we're keeping it fresh.
Yeah,
keeping it fresh.
And he went downstairs, and it was fun. It was all going so well, and then I sort of realised that I could. There's no nice way of saying this. I apologise in advance. I could feel a fart brewing. Now who's learning? To do, so I did, similar to in the film Rain Man, I just started going, uh-oh, and he just carried on. Because as he told me afterwards, he thought I was doing an impression of Beyonce. So...
How did you hold it until after it was over?
I managed to hold it in, you'll be pleased to know. We've got safe words and stuff now. So, you know, it's good to have safe words, even if it's just, I need to fart, is the safe word. Whatever, it can be blunt, doesn't have to be coded.
But the other thing is you guys obviously have gotten close, that you're comfortable doing these things with each other, but there's still room to grow. You could get closer. The next time, maybe you let it go.
The next stage.
If you feel safe, if you want to give him that gift, if you feel safe enough.
Maybe if it's like an anniversary or something.
In all fairness, don't do that with every man. Save that for someone special.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's a good tip. Thank you.
I have a saying that you can't really trust a woman until she's farted in front of you.
That's a great saying. You could get like badges with that on. Probably sell them on your website.
Yeah. She can hide a fart. You don't know what else you can hide.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you where it comes from. I mean, I've been with a girl 5, 6, 7 years, and I'm like, you don't fart? She's like, no, she doesn't fart. And I'm like, you know, I know she farts. I'm like, you know, if she can hide a fart from me, what else is she hiding from me?
Phases, don't you, where you don't do it in front of each other and then you do it.
I'm talking about after 5 years, though.
Hold it in for 5 years.
You know what I'm saying? You're like...
No, you can't hold it in for 5 years.
You're saying at a certain point it's time to get real. We got to take off the veneers. It is what it is. And what he's saying is that sometime down the road with this gentleman, the next time you find yourself in that romantic situation...
Let it go.
You may have to...
You know what? I really hope he's watching.
Okay, the time has come. Diddy, you're going to sing for us, and you're performing with... It's Diddy Dirty Money.
Yes.
It's never Dirty Money. It's always Diddy Dirty Money.
It's Dirty Money sometimes, but tonight is Diddy Dirty Money, yeah.
Diddy Dirty Money. Oh, look at them over there. Wow. Yowza. I haven't even turned the lights on yet. Woo! If you want to go, ready. Diddy, everybody.
All right.
Oh, man,
I'll see you again after the song. I'll see you in a second. All right, there he goes. Still to come, this week's Stories in the Red Chair. But first, singing Coming Home, it is Diddy Dirty Money.
Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. I know my kingdom awaits, and they're forgiving my mistakes. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming.
I'm back where I belong. That's so strong, yeah.
there's nothing that I can't try. And if you with me, put your hands high. Put your hands in the air like this one time. Come on, this one's for you. And if you check it out, put your hands high. The dreams and fields are rocking with the best. Listen to me. I hear the tears of a clown. I hate that song. I always feel like they talking to me when it comes on. Another day, another dawn. Another Keisha, nice to meet you. Get the math, I'm gone. What am I supposed to do when the club lights come on? It's easy to be Puff, but it's harder to be Sean. What if my twins ask me why I ain't married their moms? Damn, how do I respond? What if my son stares with a face like my own that says he wants to be like me when he's grown? Damn, but I ain't finished growing. Another night, the inevitable prolongs. Another day, another dawn. Another Keisha, nice to meet you. I'm ready in the morning. Another lie that I carry on. I need to get back to the place I belong. Come on. I'm coming home. Put your hands in the air from side to side if you ever lost your life before. Come on. Yes, we're going to make our way back home. Just get with me one time. Let's go. Yes. I'm coming home. Coming home. Listen to me. A house is not a home. I hate this song. Is a house really a home when your loved one's is gone? And people got the nerve to blame you for it. And you know you would have took the bullet if you saw it. But you felt it and still feel it. And money can't make up for it or conceal it. So you deal with it. And you keep ballin', pour out some liquor, playboy, and we keep ballin'. Baby, we've been living in sin, cause we've been really in love, cause we've been living as friends. So you've been a guest in your own home. It's time to make your house your own. Pick up the phone, come on. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away. Ain't no more pain. That's right, put your hands in the air. I see you back there. Let's go. Come on, we almost home. Stop, let's rock, come on. Ain't no stopping us now. I love that song. Whenever it comes on, it makes me feel strong. I thought I told you that we won't stop till we back cruising through Harlem. These old blocks is what made me, saved me, drove me crazy, drove me away, and embraced me, forgave me for all of my shortcomings.
Welcome to my homecoming.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
A lot of fights, a lot of scars, a lot of battles, a lot of cars, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Made it back, lost my dog. But here I stand, a better man.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Come home. If you lost your life, you trying to make your way home. We see you. We with you. Don't you ever stop. Don't you ever give up. Come on. Wait a minute. Let's go.
Thank you. Woo! Come on over, ladies. Hello, lovely to see you. Hello, sit yourself down. Sit yourself down. Fantastic job, sir. Really, really, really. Everyone just shows up. Do you want to go back? Thank you. It was beautiful. I don't know how you want to do this. They actually, you liked that a minute ago, didn't you, Vince?
Hey, that's a hell of a song.
Shove up.
They did a great job. Beautiful voices.
How beautiful was that? What are your names?
Kalina.
Kalina?
I'm Dawn.
And Dawn. And you are Dirty Money.
Dirty Money.
Yeah, fantastic. And are you Dirty Money when Diddy's not around, or is it always?
We're Dirty Money at all times, even when he's sick.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Yeah, it's genius. And the album, Last Train to Paris, people will be able to get that from next Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's a single.
Get that.
And I didn't realize you weren't well till you just said just then.
Yeah. It's not how my voice really sounds, but, you know.
Well, it sounded good to us.
Yeah.
I have to say. Thank you so much, Dirty Money. Now, it's very nearly it for tonight, but before we go, once again, just a story or two on the red chair. You'll see how this works. So, who's up first? Hello.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Anne.
This is Anne, everybody.
Hello.
All right, Anne, Diddy Dirty Money, Vince
Right.
and Sarah, they're waiting to be delighted. Good luck.
I was having a girly night out with my girls, and I text an old boyfriend for a booty call. And it got to about 3 o'clock in the morning, so I decided to call him. And I said, I love you, you sexy beast. And my dad answered. I called the wrong number.
Ooh, that's bad. I think you deserve to be punched. What?
Was her dad at her boyfriend?
Okay, you've overcomplicated the story, Sarah. It was a wrong number.
What just happened to her in the chair? Everything happened so quick.
Can I just say, Diddy, you want one, don't you? I got something he doesn't have.
You cannot have one of those.
You just throw it back in the chair?
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, Diddy, plenty more where she came from.
Why not?
Guests are precious.
Why not?
Who's up next?
Hi, I'm Rebecca.
Oh, no, I might break this girl. I'll be very careful with you. What was your name again?
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
What do you do, Rebecca?
I'm a student.
A student of?
Law.
Law. Jesus. She can own me after this. Where there's a claim, there's a blame. Okay, off you go.
Well, it was actually yesterday. I was taking part in an eating competition, and it was to eat as much pasta as you could in 1 hour. And I ate about, like, this much pasta. It was 700 grams, and I want a night out. And that's it.
She keeps missing it.
She's a pig. Big deal. Don't tell us about it.
I do that all the time, and there's not even a competition.
No, exactly. Competition element.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no competition.
No, I don't think you understand. I keep turning to her and asking,
Asking me what happened,
and then I turn around and I just see somebody's feet in the air. So if you do it one more time, I need to stare at you.
Okay, you focus at it this time. Okay, one more. This is the last one. Last one. Hello, nice lady.
Hello.
Oh, look at her gripping onto that chair. Gripping onto it. Diddy's taking his glasses off to see you flip. So, what's your name?
Holly.
Holly. All right, off you go, Holly.
Okay, so me and my mum are watching telly on Sunday. All of a sudden, my mum jumps on top of the settee. Oh my God, there's a mouse. Hysterical. I'm on top of the other settee. 45 minutes later, we're still chasing this mouse around the living room. We've got tables up in the air, the settee's up. It's absolutely mayhem. So we decided to get the cat in. Can't find the cat anywhere, you know, thought the cat's brought the mouse in, the cat can take the mouse and the cat. Yeah, not having it. Anyway, we decided to get the Hoover, and we hoovered the mouse up.
That was shocking! We don't condone that. If you've got a mouse, why would you wait 45 minutes before you remembered you'd a cat? That's just stupid. Listen, well done to all the people on the red chair. Very good. If you'd like to come on the show and have a go to the red chair, you can contact us via our website at this address. Listen, huge thanks to my guest tonight, Diddy, Dirty Money, Vaughn, and Sarah Millican. Join me next week with my guest will include comedy legend John Cleese and British-nominated Tiny Temper. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Listen to Diddy perform his new single and a very special cover version in Radio 1's live lounge at the Radio 1 website. Here on BBC One, Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves star in Point Break after the National Lottery next.